As spiritual healers and spiritual entrepreneurs, and those of us who are launching our spiritual healing businesses into the next level, or maybe even just starting them, one of the things that we long for is consistent clients. Not just clients that are dropping in every now and then, but consistent clients, ones that allow us to feel safe in our business, ones that we love to work with, and clients that are coming to us because of all of the effort that we're able to put forth out into the world. And so my name is Kayla Lappin. I'm a spiritual medium, business coach, Reiki practitioner, and creator of the Spiritual Business Academy. And inside the Spiritual Business Academy, I teach my students how to love their spiritual gift development, how to develop their spiritual gifts, and how to create six-figure or more businesses through as spiritual healers. And so one of the acronyms that I want to work with in today's video is this acronym called ANS, okay? The A stands for alignment, the N stands for nervous system regulation, and the S stands for should alchemy. When used correctly, this formula and these steps are going to help you create that consistency in your business. Let's talk about the A and alignment and what I mean by alignment. I don't mean like this hokey, like, oh, we need to align with what we're supposed to be doing. What I mean is true alignment with your offer. And what I mean by your offer is your services, your program, what you're putting forth out into the world, and alignment with your belief in yourself. Because what happens and what will energetically come through to those of us that we are making offers to, whether we're making those offers on social media or in person, what energetically comes through is our belief in ourselves and how much we believe in ourselves. And so as we put forth something out into the world, we often lack awareness on what we've created and how in alignment we are with our creation. And it's not that we're not in alignment with what we've created. It's that we're not in alignment with our belief that we are worthy enough to bring this forth out into the universe, out into the world. That we are the exact people and person that the universe has chosen to bring forth this creation into the world. And that work on that belief is not an overnight thing, right? You don't just like wake up and say, I believe in myself and it's going to show up in my social media today. So I have a practice. There's a downloadable PDF that you can download in conjunction with this video. And I have a practice in there called the money practice. And one of the things that will immediately reveal to you how firm your belief in yourself is when you go to tell somebody your pricing on something. And I bring money as a healing tool is so powerful because when we state our price to somebody first in an offer, it'll immediately cue into us where we're feeling things in our body, what thoughts we're having about, oh my gosh, this is too much money, or I'm not charging enough. It's gonna cue into us the feelings that we're having. And so when we can tap into our body sensations, our feelings, and our thoughts, we can start to alchemize that energy and create that belief in ourselves. And so in this PDF, and you can do this through this PDF is like all of these things that you can it's a nice little worksheet that you can do. But essentially, I want you to work on stating your offer and what it is. And I want you to work on doing that by stating the price first. So you're going to state the price, and then I really want to trip your nervous system up, and I want you to double the price, okay? So an example from my own business is I do readings. And if you want to come to me for a 45-minute reading, it's $80, okay? So I would state this like for $160, right? I doubled the price. You can come and connect with loved ones, your guides, angels, and I'm going to bring forth beautiful messages for you from them, along with evidence of who is connecting with you and that you're always being supported in your life and in your journey. This is a 45-minute reading where we are gonna sit down together and we're gonna go through all of this. And all of this is $160. Okay, so you practice stating it. What I want you to do is pull your phone out and record yourself stating the offer with the price first. And then I want you to go and upload that to social media. You do not have to hit post. But when we practice putting ourselves in a situation that would potentially put us into a fight, flight, fawn, or freeze response, this is where the nervous system regulation part of this acronym comes in, because what we've just done is put our nervous system into a potential threat, right? And our nervous system, specifically our sympathetic nervous system, exists to help keep us safe. And so when it perceives a threat, it's going to kick our adrenaline into overdrive, and it's going to allow us to survive a threat. And so in marketing, when we go to put ourselves out there in front of humans, live humans, whether that be on social media or in person, often our nervous system starts to perceive that as a threat, because we might be kicked out of the group, right? We might not be accepted if we announce that we're a spiritual healer. We might not be accepted if we announce that we're charging money for spiritual healing. These are just thoughts we're having. It's not the truth, but our nervous system cannot perceive that. And so when we practice nervous system regulation and we put ourselves into regular situations where we are making offers and putting ourselves into that fight, flight, or fawn freeze response, and in a safe way, right? This isn't me like jump out in front of a car. But when we practice it, we get to bring awareness to where our work is at for nervous system regulation. Some amazing things that you can do to regulate your nervous system look like going out in nature, baking, doing art, creating, singing, anything that's going to help calm bring you back to your own state of inner peace. For me, it looks like EFT tapping, emotional freedom technique tapping, which I have some links to resources for how you can get your nervous system regulation practices on board in the PDF when you download it. So I also do journaling, I do meditation, I do exercise as a big part through yoga, Pilates. I also love to do bar blend. Okay, so the reason that being in alignment with your offer and nervous system regulation matters in creating consistent clients is that there are a million strategies for how you could attract clients. But what it all comes down to is how safe you feel in order to make your offer out in the world. Because strategies often fail, but when you build skills and you build that skill set for yourself, my clients see the biggest result. One of my clients went from not telling anybody about her gifts, that she could do Reiki healing or any of this, to getting her first clients through these nervous system regulation practices, through doing her, putting herself out there and practicing. And she now has created consistency in showing up, consistency in her clients. And a huge part of that is because her body feels safe to do so. And so you can create that exact result for yourself by building skills in practicing your offer and allowing yourself to be the learner in this, okay? Because so often we want to be perfect at how we're putting our offers out into the world. And the truth is, we're learning. This is a process. This is a journey. And when we come to accept and love the journey and where we're at in it, we get to create magic, and the universe shows up because we're being consistent in our practice, right? Consistent clients flow to us when we are also consistent. And so that looks like practicing. Okay, this last bit that I want to leave you with is should alchemy. Okay, this is my favorite thing to talk about, because so often when we're making offers and we're trying to attract clients to us as spiritual healers, we start to look outside of ourselves for what strategies are working for other people. And we tell ourselves, well, so-and-so posts on social media every day, and so I should do that too, right? And I should create an email list because that's how you market to people. And I should go get business cards printed because that's how you market to people. And oftentimes when I talk to clients inside the Spiritual Business Academy, they have these ideas for how they could tell people about their program that they just ignore because they are working out of should energy. And so when you think of should alchemy, I want you to take that energy that you have and that drive and that passion for attracting clients, and I want you to allow yourself to dream big and allow yourself to be in co-creation energy. And if the universe says that this is going to come through some random live in-person event, then I want you to listen to that energy instead of, well, I could do this awesome idea that I have, like through Facebook Lives and maybe a podcast, but I should send out email. Like, do you hear how that's going to throw you out of alignment? It's going to trip up your nervous system because you don't want to be there. And you're going to be creating from should energy, which is not co-creation. When we create from should, we really put ourselves out of alignment with our intuition and what spirit is trying to bring forward through us into the universe. And so when we allow ourselves to do should alchemy, this means that we are allowing ourselves to be our creative, most authentic selves and show up in our big energy. That is what the universe wants. That is how you create consistent clients. Being yourself, listening to what your gut says is right for you, and listening to that intuitive pull to birth something out into the world. Okay, download this PDF. I promise it will help you get consistent clients, and you can catch me inside the Spiritual Business Academy.